Salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott. You, my dear friends, have wandered onto the Prog Corner, the #1 prog rock channel on YouTube, and I've got the receipts to prove it. Yesterday, we just hit 1 million views on the channel, so thank you very much. Today, I am doing a vinyl haul video for two reasons. One, I really like doing them, and I haven't done one in like 6 months. And two, they seem to do decent numbers. You guys seem to enjoy these vinyl haul videos. And no, I am not going right off what Notes Reviews is doing. I just seen that they are doing a vinyl haul video this morning on their channel. No, I did not talk to Michael. We did not plan this out ahead of time. So you've got two awesome vinyl haul videos to watch today. But today, I'm starting things off with one that was gifted to me. These first few records I'm going to show were all gifted to me. So full disclosure, first of all, it's the Mirth debut album, For You the Old Women, from 1976. This was gifted to me by Simon from the band. Saturday, we're doing a live Q&A because they are reissuing this bad boy. This is sealed. I'm not opening this up, no way, no how, but I will open up the reissue when it comes out. So yeah, I got this towards the end of last year. Here's one that was gifted to me just a couple days ago from the great Brent Bristow from the band Emerald City Council. Oh yeah, I will be doing an album review of this fantastic record tomorrow on the channel. So you guys got that to look forward to. But what a fantastic record this is. You've got Jake Livgren, who's Kerry Livgren's nephew. You've got Noah Hungate. Yeah, you know his dad was in Toto. What a fantastic record this is. So thank you, Brent, for sending that to me. Next up, I had James from Chrysalis Records over in London send me the reissues of Mandala Band, their first two albums, this one and The Eye of Wendor. Both awesome. I didn't have either one. I'd been looking to buy them, but I couldn't find decent copies for anywhere under $100. So I am so happy to have both of those in the collection. Next up, another one that was gifted to me, and I absolutely appreciate it. It's Regna Cinema, their debut album. This is a band out of Barcelona, Spain. They are just amazing. I did do an album review of this. You see a pattern here, guys? You send me your album on vinyl, there's a real good chance I'm going to review it. Fantastic. Next up, from George at Pluskas Discoral, the same label that's reissuing that Mirth album. He sent me over a couple things. Their two latest releases, Cheval Fou, which is a French psychedelic band, kind of krautrocky from the 70s, and Alpha Centauri, another French band from the 70s. Very cool. This record I love a lot. This one I'm still kind of getting used to. It's a little out there, but real cool, fantastic stuff. Next up, one of my favorite bands of all time. You clowns know who they are. It's Guided by Voices. Yeah, I'm wearing the hoodie today. They dropped 3 albums. Not one, not two, but 3 albums in 2023. I don't think I showed any of them. Welsh Pool Frillies, fantastic. Probably my favorite of the 3. Next up, they dropped La La Land. And the third and final album that they released in 2023 was Nowhere to Go But Up. Yeah, I am a huge Guided by Voices fan. I always have been, always will be. Yeah, and they definitely keep you in the poorhouse. Next up, here's a reissue. This album came out in 2023, and I reviewed it. It was only available on digital, so they got picked up by Charisma, or rather Apollon. I'm sorry, not Charisma. I keep saying that. They got picked up by Apollon. It's Kimono, their second album, Mind Out of Mind. I really hope they re-release their first album too, but the artwork, man, look at that. It is so great. Such a great album. What a cool band out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. A lot of different influences. Everything from Seals and Crofts to Yes. Everything's in here. It's just dynamite. Next up, another release from 2023 that I finally got on vinyl, and I'm so happy about it. It's This Winter Machines, Kites. their third album. Their fourth album, not available on vinyl. Fantastic record, The Clockwork Man. So that hurt my feelings a little bit. So I had to go back and get this one here. Fantastic record. I do really, really like this Winter Machine. Didn't have anything by them on vinyl, so had to pick this up. Here's another one from 2023 that I just got the vinyl on. One of my favorite albums from last year. It's The Comedy of Errors and Threnody for a Dead Queen. What a fabulous record this one is. Great artwork for a change, because that's the one thing about the Comedy of Errors albums. Their artwork's been not great. They kind of, flipped the script here. They changed it up. Great album cover. Fantastic album. Joe Carney's vocals, just absolutely mind-blowingly great. Jim Johnston's songwriting. Yeah, Comedy of Errors. I love them. Next up, here's an album that came out at the tail end of 2023, and yeah, it was my number 2 album of 2023. It's Moon Safari's Himmelbacken Volume 2. Absolutely. I am absolutely in love with this album. Such a great record. Yeah, Moon Safari. If you like really great vocal harmonies in your prog, you definitely got to check out Moon Safari. Next up, now we're getting into some 2024 releases. I have released all of these, reviewed all of these, I think. It's starting out with Elsmere, Stranger Skies. This is Robert Vitelli's band. Yeah, that is Rodney Matthews' artwork, and it's awesome, isn't it? Just stellar. Elsmere, Italian band with lots of guest musicians on here. Just fabulous if you like Genesis. No reason in the world why you wouldn't like Elsmere. Next up, here's another Italian act. They released their first album in 1973. The second album came out a couple months ago. It's insane. It's Semiramis. Oh, man, Dedicato a Fra is one of my favorite Italian albums of all time. But this here one is not... It's not that far behind it, man. I swear this album is fantastic. It's called La Fine Non Esiste. I guess the end does not exist, which makes sense when you're a band that's dropping your second album 51 years after your first album, and the wait was absolutely worth it. Next up, another album came out in 2024, and it's probably my favorite album of the year so far, but we're early in the year, so don't quote me on it. Oh, yeah, gotta have the Big Big Train. Yeah, man. I love this album. It's called The Likes of Us, the first one with the new lead singer, and it's no letdown. It's absolutely fabulous. I think it's one of their better albums in their entire discography. Okay, next up, my final 2024 release. It's only April, so I got plenty of time to be buying plenty of 2024 stuff, but I did, of course, have to pick up the Neil Morris Joseph Part 2, The Restoration. Yeah, it is a little bit better than Part 1. I do like it. Yeah, Jake Livgren's on this one too, man. We love you, Jake. Yeah, Jake is the guy that gave me the nickname the Jedi of Prague. So, yeah, absolutely. Don't be scared off by all the Christian themes and stuff like this. This is just a great, great album. Absolutely. Yeah, a few months ago, the great Pete Pardo asked me if I wanted to do a show about Arabs in Aspect, and I love them. I had this one here. It was the only one I had on vinyl. So, of course, in preparation for the show, what did I go and do? Like an idiot, I went out and bought all their albums so I could show them off on Sea of Tranquility, The Magic of Sin, Victim of Your Father's Agony. Look at that artwork, man. Their artwork is so good. Just love it. What's this one? This one here is Pictures in a Dream. So great. Then we got Strange Frame of Mind. Pay no attention to the nudity on here. I hope the YouTube censors don't mind. This next one's got, yeah, I'm going to cover that up. This next one's got, this dude's got a little something dangling between his legs. I'm sure YouTube won't like that. But this is the debut Arabs in Aspect record called Far Out and Aradabia or whatever. Fantastic stuff. Okay, and then I've got a couple of older records that I had to pick up that I did not have in the collection for one reason or another. Duncan McKay. Yeah, man, I love this guy. I love this album. If you don't know Duncan McKay, he's a dude that was in Camel, played on Nude. He played on the first 2 Kate Bush albums. Apparently, dude, man, was in the running to replace Rick Wakeman at some point. And yes, it never came to be, but this is his debut album. Just a phenomenal record. Came out like 1974, 75, something like that. 74. And it was only released in South Africa for some reason. Very strange. Next up, here's an album that I don't know why I never had a vinyl copy of this. I've never owned this on vinyl, ever. It's weird, right? I had to have it. I just don't understand why I never had this. I had the cassette of this for years, but I never had this on vinyl. So yeah, I'm really, really happy to finally own a vinyl copy of Caravan's masterpiece. Absolutely. Speaking of masterpieces, I had this version in a real weird alternate album cover that was hideous and ugly, so I needed the real album cover. I needed the real version of Moon Madness. Oh yeah, what a great, great album cover. The one I got's like black with the camel dude. He's wearing like a spacesuit and he's walking around to the moon or something. It's terrible. This is fantastic. Here's another one I never owned on vinyl that for some reason just finally made it into my collection. I'm so happy. It's Harmonium. What If There Were 5 Seasons or whatever it's called. It's a French name. It's really long. I can't pronounce it. I'm not even going to try, but man, I love this album. Man, this artwork. One of the best album covers ever. So yeah, I'm stoked to have this. And then finally, a couple Walmart purchases. Yeah, the only place to buy vinyl in my whole county is Walmart. So yeah, I picked up a couple things the other day. I picked up the Eagles' Greatest Hits. Why not? You know, it's the second biggest selling album of all time. So I figured I probably need it in my collection. And if I'm getting the second biggest selling album of all time, then I figured I probably needed the number 1 selling album of all time too. So shoot me, I bought Thriller. All right. Yeah, I still don't have Frampton Comes Alive in the collection. So there's a few of those, you know, big ones that I don't have. But I do have Rumors, right? I got, you know, some of the big ones. But, you know, if you're doing a vinyl collection, I guess there's certain records you absolutely have to have. Now, anyway, boys and girls, tomorrow on the program, I am reviewing the brand new album from Emerald City Council. I just showed it to you guys. I think you're really going to like this one. And then, yeah, Saturday, Record Store Day, 420, 1 o'clock Eastern. We are going to be doing our Q&A with the one and only Mirth. 3 guys from the band, original members of Mirth, will be here in the Prog Corner answering your questions. So it's going to be awesome. And then Sunday at 1 on the Sunday Prog stream, we are going to be diving into what records would you take onto a desert island if you were stuck on a desert island. You have a turntable and you can only take 5 records with you. What 5 are you grabbing? Anyway, punks, peace in the Middle East, free Tibet, and God save the king. Save him! Save King Chucky! Chucky needs your saving. That boy's not doing so good. Yes, indeed, the House of Windsor could use your help right now. So bring King Chucky over to America. He needs to come to America. We can fix him up real good. Not only do we have some good doctoring and whatnot here, but we can pray over him. We can lay hands on him. We can do spells and incantations. Then we'll dance with snakes and drink some poison. That boy will be just fine. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we review Emerald City Council. I'll see you. Peace.